Let's come to seated towards the front of our chairs. Focus in on the breath. And focus in on being present. In your body on the chair. So narrow your field of thought, narrow everything to that, to the universe that just consists of your body sitting on the chair towards the front edge of the chair, the sit bones connecting to the seat of the chair, the feet connecting to the floor. And without looking at the feet, try and set them about hip distance apart. Visualize that line that goes from the base of the second toe to the center of the ankle, sort of following that path of the second metatarsal. Try and set those parallel. And then raise all 10 toes away from the floor and spread them out, any amount. And now look down at your feet and make any adjustments that you might need to make. Perhaps move them a bit apart, perhaps moving the feet from being facing out towards the side towards pointing forward. Lift the arches, come up the inner line of the leg. Come to the right and left sit bones. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed right and left. And now to intensify that contact with the chair, let's lean over towards the right side. Let's reach under the left sit bone and just peel the flesh sort of back and out to the side. And now come over onto the left sit bone and do the same thing on the right side. Perhaps just intensifying that contact of the seat with the floor. Visualize an arch running between the left and right sit bones and the sacrum, acting as a keystone in that arch. From the sacrum, trace through the vertebrae of the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, and the cervical spine. Visualizing the forward curve of the cervical spine, the rearward curve of the thoracic spine, forward curve of the lumbar spine. And just reach around behind you and see if there's a gentle curve forward in the area of the lumbar spine. Take the chin parallel to the floor, and let's just draw the head back slightly towards the back body. And now bring the focus back to the breath, and let's move towards finding that even in and out of the breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Going to now to our extended exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Further extending the exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 3, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's take the arms down to the side. Inhale the arms up overhead and take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and reach the left arm across to the right side. Inhale, come back to center, lower the arm, release. Once more, lift overhead, and this time the left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh and reach across. Inhale, come back to center, lower the arms. Let's bring now the arms to the side and move laterally with the body. And again, this is the time, particularly, we do this motion almost every class. So it's one of those ones where it's really important to stay present as we move side to side. Lower for 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6. And on number 7, let's add this 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Let's bring the hands back to center. Hands just above the knees. Cat, cow. Inhale. Take the belly forward. Raise the sternum. Think of somebody pulling the sternum right up towards the ceiling. And then exhale and round towards the back of the chair. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, and 6. Then back to a neutral spine. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, fold over the legs. The hands might come onto the thighs or reach to the blocks or the floor. Inhale, come all the way up. And draw the hands back to heart center. Inhale the arms overhead again. Exhale and use the sit bones to help you tilt the pelvis forward. As you come forward, inhale, rise about halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. and bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, overhead. This time, as we fold forward, hands might be here, or you might reach around behind the thighs, grasp opposite arms, and pull the chest into the thighs. Inhale, come all the way up, and draw the hands back to heart center. So one of the things when you're in that forward fold and you're hugging the thighs, you're going to strengthen the diaphragm if you try and keep that breath, those deep breaths with everything being compressed there. So let's once again lift overhead and then exhale, forward fold. Wrap the arms around the legs, squeeze, and breathe. Inhale. Let's come all the way up and draw the hands back to heart center. Extend the arms out towards the side. And thinking back to the work we did on Monday, draw the tips of the shoulder blades down towards the waist and make the shoulder blades move in towards each other, and then begin those little circles gradually getting larger, and then shrink the circle size and stop, and then go in the opposite direction. And then make them smaller again. And now let's take the right arm across the body, hook the left arm around, stretch out that space between the shoulder blades. One more breath here. And release. And now take the left arm across the right and hook the right arm underneath. Try and keep pulling that shoulder blade down as you stretch out the shoulders. Inhale, come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Press the knuckles into the seat of the chair and open up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. To center. Let's inhale the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, and bring the hands to rest on the back of the head. Draw the head back into the resistance of the hands, and let's do an isometric move here where we press the head into the resistance of the hands for 1, 2, 3, and then let go of everything. Press in 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Touch the elbows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Take the arms up to a cactus shape. Touch the elbows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hold for 6. Wrap the arms around each other. Raise the fingertips towards the ceiling. And tilt the body over the legs. Inhale, come back to center. Unravel the arms. Let's touch again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And hold and wrap the arms in the opposite direction. And release forward. Inhale, come back to center. Reach back and place your hand on the back of the chair. And let's turn away. So just find a comfortable position. You might be on the back, you might be grabbing the edge. And let's turn away from the chair. So stretching in the opposite direction. Come back center and then grab the right side of the chair. And let's turn away from the chair. Then come back to center. Let's draw the left foot back slightly. Extend the right foot out in front of us. And let's grab our strap. Take it around the sole, or around the bases of the toes on the right foot. Draw the toes in towards the body. And let's lift that foot away from the floor. And again, watch out for the back rounding back. Sort of strengthen those core muscles, lift, chest proud. Let's lower that foot back to the floor. Just setting the strap aside for a moment. We're going to use it on the other foot let's bring the hands onto the left thigh. Again, let's lengthen and strengthen the spine. Keep the back of the neck sort of stable. And let's fold over that left leg. You might find that you can bring the hands to the blocks or reach to the floor, or you can try a different level of the blocks. So options. Let's inhale, come back up, raise the arms overhead, draw the right foot back, extend the left foot forward, and fold over the left leg. Breathe here. Inhale, come all the way up. Both feet meet at the center. And exhale, fold over the legs, hands to the blocks, the thighs to the floor. Inhale, rise up about halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, come all the way up. Interlace the fingers and bring the hand around the right shin. Again, strengthen the core to avoid rounding towards the back of the chair. Point and flex the right toes. 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. Let's bring the right ankle to the left thigh. Flex the right foot in towards the shin. And support the right knee with the right hand. You can bring the left hand around the heel of the foot and lengthen the spine, and let's press the right knee into the resistance of the hands for 1, 2, 3, and then let everything go with a big sigh. Once again, we can press for 1, 2, 3, and then go. And 1, 2, and 3, and bring the sole of the right foot to the inner edge of the left foot. Let the right knee open to the side. Stack the spine. Lift the arms overhead. Bring the hands together for seated tree. Two more breaths. More breath. Lower the arms. Draw the right knee in. Interlace the fingers in the non-dominant interlace of the fingers. Draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. Point, flex, point, flex, and point, and flex. Go 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. Let's take the right or left ankle, the right thigh now. Support the left knee with the left hand. Lengthen the spine and then press the knee into the hand. It doesn't have to be a hard press. A gentle press is fine. And then let everything go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inner edge of the right foot. Again, sit toward the front of our chair. Take the arms overhead for seated tree pose. And let's do 3 breaths here. 2. And 3. Exhale, release. Draw the left knee in. And let's walk the feet out into a gentle V. Remember, just go out to the point where you can, the knees stay over the heels. Let's raise the arms overhead in our cactus pose again. Staying present in your body. Twist right. Twist left. Twist right. Twist left. And drop the right elbow to the right knee and stretch the arm overhead. Let's inhale, come back up to center. And now twist right, left to left. Stack the shoulders and reach overhead. One more breath here. And come back to center. Let's walk the feet back into center. And let's find our weights. We'll do our core work. And then we'll move to the therapy balls. So just sitting with the feet about hip distance apart. Before we come to the core, let's do some heel raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's do 2 more sets of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Final set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's come to seated, cross the weights over the chest. And again, very important to stay present in the body during this work. Keep that focus on the muscles at the front of the body, the front of the trunk, those core muscles, and feel them controlling your descent towards the back of the chair and then contracting to pull you forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Switch the arms around. And let's repeat that again. Remember to really keep that focus on the muscles at the front of the body. 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we'll hold on 12 for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back to center. Let's take those shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And forward, up, back, and down. Let's set the weights aside now and find our therapy balls. Now, something I know most of you don't have much free wall space, but something when we're doing a lot of shoulder work, if I'll just demonstrate, if you can get the ball up in that edge along the edge of the shoulder blade and just back into the wall and sort of trace along the edge of the shoulder blade. That's a good, that can be a nice exercise to sort of release some of the tension that builds up in the shoulders. We won't try and do that today, but it's something you might just try offline as a game and then switch to the other side and use the wall for some resistance. Everybody's got so many different chairs that it's a little hard to do it with the chair. Let's bring the ball underneath the mound of the big toe and see if you can lift the toes a little bit, press the heel into the floor, and then press into the ball as you roll the ball from side to side. Again, it's something we've done a lot of times in class, but don't let this become sort of mechanical. Be thoughtful, be present, and feel how that pressure from the ball changes as you move from side to side along the toe bases. Now let's take the ball. We can lift the heel now. Take the ball under the mount of the big toe, roll through to the heel, and then come back. And then let's just continue to follow each of the metatarsals, those long bones of the foot. Just follow each one of those as we move across the foot, working our way one toe at a time across to the little toe side of the foot. And then let's go the length of the foot and work our way back to the big toe. Bringing the ball underneath the foot now, just move the ball randomly around the foot. And notice any spots that where you feel some congestion, a knot, a little bit, if the foot doesn't feel quite so good in that foot, a spot, and maybe bring the hands onto the thigh and just let the ball wrap itself around, or the foot wrap itself around the ball. Move on, explore the whole base of the foot. And then you can either continue to explore or just find it and try and move the ball rapidly forward and back. And let's move now from the sole up onto the calf. So let's begin with the inner part of the calf. And you can get a little extra leverage by hooking the elbow inside the opposite leg and pressing it into the calf muscle. And again, you might find a spot that needs some special attention. And be very present in the breath here, using those long, slow exhales to relax the muscle away from the ball. You might try working the ball across the calf. And now let's find the shin bone, and let's come to the muscles along the outer side of the shin bone. So again, move up and down along the muscles of the front of the shin, and you might go across them as well. And you might raise and lower the toes as you work muscles in this area. And let's now move from the shin into the outer area of the calf. And again, that muscle sort of goes from about here to here and then turns into the Achilles tendon that connects the muscle to the heel. You can go across. And again, find that spot that needs some special attention, press the ball into it. And now let's move up to the IT band. So again, going along the outside of the leg. And now let's come up onto the top of the thigh, working the muscles of the quads, coming up onto the top of the thigh and going lengthways. And again, see if you can get enough pressure on the balls for it to be moderately uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be super painful, but find a spot where there's some moderate discomfort. And let's move across the quads as well. Again, if you do have anything like varicose veins, don't work directly over the varicose vein, work around that. And now let's turn so that the thigh is diagonal across the chair. And let's bring the ball now between the seat of the chair and the hamstring muscles. Make sure the foot is off the ground and just move side to side. Let's start today with the ball fairly near the knee. Back to center. Flex the toes in towards the foot and raise and lower the lower leg. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lower the heel down. Move the ball about up towards the seat about an inch. Meaning lift the heel and let's go from side to side. Stop anywhere along that arc. Flex the toes in and then just draw the heel in towards the center line of the body for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Move it up another inch. And let's go side to side. You can stop. There's a spot that's particularly tender. Bring your full attention to the breath. And try to let the body wrap itself around the ball with each exhale breath. Off. Come back to center. We're now going to move to the other side. Just before we do move to the other side, let's come to seated mountain pose. Set up your seated mountain pose just as we did at the start of the class and compare the leg you've worked on to the leg that you have not worked on yet. Maybe you'll feel it a little more connected to the floor. And now let's bring the ball back down to the opposite foot. If you're using a pair of balls, switch to the other ball just so they wear out at relatively the same rate. Press the heel into the floor. And let's go from side to side. Bring the ball underneath the big toe. Let's trace the line back to the heel, and then move over one toe and go forward and back. Middle toe, forward and back. Next toe, and then little toe, and then work your way one toe at a time back to the big toe. Just explore the foot by moving randomly. Try the heel, through the arch, through the center, maybe across the toes. Notice that there's a spot that needs some special attention. Give it that special attention by bringing some extra weight to bear. Then focusing on the breath. And then we'll finish off the work on the sole by just bringing as much pressure as we can onto the thigh and then moving the leg as quickly as we can. Let's come up, bring the ball now up onto the inner calf. Working lengthways to start. Identifying those spots that need some special attention. Working across. Now let's move to the outer shin. And you can raise and lower the toes here. And let's come now onto the calf muscle, the outer calf. And notice the difference in the calf muscles from the left side to the right side. Across. Find that spot that needs some special attention. Come up the outside of the thigh. Working on the IT band. Now onto the thigh. We're working across. And now let's come to the back, to the hamstring muscles. And begin with the ball close to the knee. Lift the heel away. And let's first move side to side. 1. Come to center. Flex the toes in. And raise and lower the foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Move the ball an inch or so up. And once again, move side to side. And stop. Flex the toes in. And rotate the heel in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, another couple of inches. 4. And maybe if they're still, you might come up on Let's finish off our work with the ball. Oh, just before we do anything more, come back to center, come to seated mountain, and the right and left side should feel relatively balanced at this point. They may not feel exactly balanced, but relatively balanced at least. Okay. Let's finish off this work with a little bit of work on these muscles right in this area, right along the side of the neck. Sort of just be getting into just the upper back, sort of coming over the shoulder. Let's bring the ball over and across and just roll. Often the spot with some tightness. And if you want to find a spot and stop, be present in the breath. Let's release the hand. Let's just take 2 fingers and start on the collarbone, right at the center, maybe even 3 fingers, and just slide out along the collarbone. 2 and 3. Let's move to the opposite side now and slide along. Just trace the collarbone 1, 2, and 3. Seated mountain pose. Let's finish off. You've got 2 balls. Take the 2 balls and just interlace the fingers and bring the balls, sort of hold the balls like that. And let's bring the balls behind the neck, just below that occipital ridge, and just either move the head or the hands in that area at the back of the neck. Now let's set the balls aside. Let's grab a drink. Remember, you're empowered to grab a drink at any time during the class. And I'm not always the best at cueing. It's time to take a drink, so please do so. When it's appropriate for you. And just as I count on you to avoid moving in any direction that's not suitable for you, I'm also counting on you to maintain your hydration. So let's come to seated mountain pose. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and twist towards our right side. Inhale back up. And let's twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do 1 cat-cow breath. Inhale. And then exhale, round back. Back to center. And slide back in our chair for our final relaxation. Let yourself be supported at the back of the chair, and remember always the option to come to the floor. If that's more suitable for you, breathe here. Now let the body melt into the support of the chair. And that body melting into the support of the chair should be very similar to that melting that occurred when you pressed into a particular area of the muscle. Only now we're doing it with the whole body. Slow the breath down. Let go of any conscious control of the breath. And try and find stillness in the mind by being present in your body. Let's begin to deepen the breath. Bring some movement back to the body, nod the head forward and back, side to side. Fingers, hands and wrists, toes, feet, and ankles. Slide back to the front of your chair. Come to seated mountain. Take the arms to the side. Draw the hands overhead. Draw the hands back to heart center. Thank yourselves for making time for this practice. Thank each other for sharing your practice. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Thank you.